Users have control over the privacy of their location. This can be done on a global level where it can be turned off for the device as a whole, or it can be controlled at the application level. Some examples are the camera, for example, only needs location when it's in foreground because it's geotagging pictures. Health applications may want GPS location for health apps because it wants to track your movements in background. And also there's social networking applications which could potentially broadcast your location to a whole bunch of people. Now, when you first install an application, you'll get one of two types of messages. You're being asked if you're going to allow the application to always monitor location information or only when it's in foreground. Now, which type is requested by the application? Now, depending on what you're requesting, you need an entry in the plist, and this is for controlling settings. Now, I have both in here, which normally wouldn't be the case, but it's for showing you what the situation is. You could have always using description and when in use using description. And in both cases, I set it to a string of location test. And that's what was shown here previously. Now, in terms of the showing the application and location services, you're going to get different combinations of things depending on what you have on the plist. The first one here is never while using the application or always. That's what's shown in my plist. Or you can get never and while using the app or never and always. This table summarizes the situation. From a user perspective, you got never while using and always. And you have in first installed. That's when you just, the first time the application gets installed, you get a different type of message. There's restricted, which I'm not going to talk about. That's related to parental controls and enterprise. There's two constants that are defined, ENS location and so on, which define the keys that you saw in the plist for the dictionary. Now, from a user perspective, from an application perspective, there's CL authorization status. There's denied, meaning you can't have access, and two types of access. There's not determined for when the application is first installed, and there's restricted.
Once again, you're looking at my iPhone screen, and I'm going to show you two scenarios, two different slides. I'm in privacy and location services. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it off. Go over to my home page and I'm going to start the app. All right, this is a message that comes out of my application, which checks for location services turned on. The only option is OK, and that will exit the application. Let's go to the next slide and I'm going to show you the second scenario. This time, I have location services turned on. And I'm going to find my application. I'm going to say never. Get a different message this time. And in this case, I can go to settings or I can go to OK. In both cases, it'll end up exiting, but before it does that, it brings up settings for the application. I can set that back to always. Rerun the app. That's it.